12th December. It was a girls' night out. We were celebrating being strong, single women. And just as in any typical celebration, the drinks flowed at a pace too fast for our logic and reasoning to keep up with. We soon dressed and left for a club. Sound filled the air, loud music filled our ears as we arrived and began the customary lap around the club, greeting friends as we checked the place out. After a while, I decided to make my way to a nearby club. The drinks I'd had didn't allow me to think straight. I decided to go by myself. The area should have been well lit. They call it Electric Avenue. But it was dark. There was darkness everywhere, but the loud music from the clubs seemed to offer me company. And then he came out from the shadows and asked me if I needed company to where I was going. I agreed. We made some small talk as we went on, but he just grabbed me and wrestled me to the ground. I was confused at first. And then it hit me that he was about to rape me. I began to cry, to whimper, thinking that if he saw how terrified I was, he would stop. He didn't. He pulled off my jeans and unzipped his pants. I felt weak, consumed by fear, so much so that I stopped crying. I looked into his face, into his eyes, but there was no emotion, just a blank stare. So I closed my eyes, thinking if I could get my thoughts to drift away, it would end faster, and I could try to shut out what was happening. But even with my eyes closed, I felt the pain as he thrust himself between my legs, as he dug his fingers into my arms and sometimes into my legs. I thought about how thin a line there was between this and what they call lovemaking. I could still hear the loud music from all the nightclubs, and I remember wondering if anyone would believe me if I told them what had happened. His loud grunts interrupted my thoughts. How rude. I opened my eyes in time to see him zip up his trousers, leaving me there besides the bushes and besides the cars. I put my clothes back on. I took a deep breath and tried to find my way back to the club. But my legs hurt. I was sore. I couldn't walk far, so I stopped at a kiosk and asked the shopkeeper to lend me his phone. I was disoriented. It was hard trying to remember the phone numbers, even trying to decide who to call. That incident was followed by a series of visits to hospitals, nights spent crying, days engulfed in paranoia. I was broken.